You could have a rare and valuable wheat penny. Today we're going to focus on the 1958 wheat penny, but the errors that are taking place on these coins can make other dates valuable as well. So if you have any penny from any year, some of these things you can look for that can make your coin valuable. Now first up here is an obvious type of mint error. This is a 1958 wheat penny that has a straight edge clip. Now believe it or not, clips add some extra value to coins. Some of these coins will sell for hundreds of dollars, in some cases thousands of dollars in this video, but this coin here sold for $57 at auction. Next up is a very large curved clip taking place on a 1958 penny. This coin sold for $243. So it will depend on what type of error you have, how extreme it is, what the coin grade is, which is the condition of the coin. All of those things will affect a coin's value. Like this next coin that sold for $3,600. Now, this does not have any mint errors, and just because you have a 1958 penny doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be valuable. Now, this coin is graded at a mint state 67 plus red. So if there's only one or two, a handful graded at this particular grade, that's what increases the demand for the coin, which ultimately increases the price. So $3,600 for that penny at a mint state 67 plus red grade. That is the condition, the grade of the coin. Now this is the same exact coin, 1958 D mint mark, that is graded at a 63 red. Now this coin only sold for around $20 at auction. So you go from a $20 coin to over a $3,000 coin just 4 or 5 grades away. So it can make a tremendous difference in values. Just even one grade can make a tremendous difference in values. So keep that in mind. Coin grading or condition is very, very important. Now this is something that you want to look for on the 1958 penny. It's one of the rarest that you could possibly look for. It is a doubled die obverse. So look for doubling on the front of the coin, the obverse of the penny. Look at that doubling on the lettering of the wheat penny. All right, 1958 was actually the last year that they used the wheat cent reverse. 1959 was the beginning of the Lincoln Memorial reverse, but always look for that double die, man. Here is a nice defective planchet and a laminated planchet as well. Very nice mint error. The coin, is graded at a brown, of course, not a red. And this coin ended up selling for $55 at auction. Man, that's a pretty cool, interesting, visually appealing mint error for 55 bucks. Here's a 1958 Lincoln wheat penny that has a defective planchet. This coin sold for $91 at auction. And then we have the 1958 D mint mark wheat penny. Looks completely normal on the reverse of the coin, but as we flip the coin over, you can see that large blob of metal there on the rim of the coin. That is a die break, also known as a cud. Now this penny ended up selling for $312. So again, condition matters. How large the die break is, the larger these die breaks are, typically the more money you can get for them. So for this case, over $300 coin. Moving on to another mint error coin, 1958 penny. Looks normal on the reverse, but on the obverse you could kind of see it's faded out and distorted. This coin has been struck through a capped die. The die is what has the design on it. It's metal, it comes down, it strikes the blank penny planchet and puts the design onto the planchet in order to create the penny. This was struck through a capped die. This penny sold for $114. Now we looked at the 1958 D mint mark wheat penny that was graded at a mint state 67 plus red. This is the same case, but this is the no mint mark, so you will not see a mint mark below the date. That means that this penny was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. This coin sold for $9,000. I'm imagining this is a pop 1, which means it only has a population of one of these pennies from 1958 without a mint mark, graded at a mint state 67 plus red. Now, $9,000, but if you compare it to this coin here, this coin sold for around $20 at auction, graded at a 65 red. So you go from a 65 red, $20 coin to a 67 plus red, $9,000 coin. Condition is everything. And don't forget, you can have bad condition coins that are valuable as well. It depends on each individual coin. especially if you have a key date low mintage coin. Even in bad condition, some of them can sell for thousands. This next coin has a nice lamination, very appealing to mint era coin collectors, but the coin still only sold for $24 at auction, so that's a pretty good deal for a coin like that. Free silver coin giveaways every Tuesday and Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, only on the Whatnot app. No catch, guys. Free silver giveaways. Plus, you get the $15 credit to spend on the Whatnot app. You can purchase any product from any seller and use your $15 credit today. Download the Whatnot app at the link in the comments below or scan the QR code on the screen. Here is a 1958 wheat penny that has been struck off center. Again, these errors can take place on just about any type of coinage, not just 1958 pennies. This coin sold for $73 at auction. Moving on to a coin that sold for over $2,000. If you have a penny that kind of looks like it's silver from 1958, well, this one isn't actually silver. What happened here was at the mint, the Lincoln wheat cent design was accidentally struck onto a Cuban 1-cent coin, Planchet. All right, so the planchet that they used for Cuban coins, this Lincoln cent design was struck onto it. That's why it sold for $2,280. Here's a different error. It looks very similar because it kind of is. However, in this case, we have a 1958 wheat penny design that was struck onto a United States 10-cent planchet. So this planchet that is silver, because in 1958 they made silver Roosevelt dimes. This was intended for a Roosevelt dime design to be struck onto it. However, a penny design was accidentally struck onto it, and that's why this coin sold for $456. Now, also in 1958, you do have the proof coin sets. This is a penny from that proof coin set, 1958 proof 68 red deep cameo grade. Man, beautiful coin here. This coin sold for over $9,000 as well. So pretty risky sometimes to grade coins like this, but if you're certain that you can get one of the top grades on it, could be worth it. I would have to see the coin to really know. Now in 1958, it's really important to understand this because you're going to need a coin loop or a coin microscope. I have those available at the link in the comments below if you guys want to pick up any coin collecting supplies. You're going to need it to see an error like this. All right, 1958 D mint mark. You want to focus on the D mint mark. This is a repunched D mint mark. This D mint mark here has actually been repunched twice. All right, now here's a different example of that as well. And then we also have this example here, a repunched D mint mark on the 1958 wheat penny. But let's go back to this coin that actually has been graded as an RPM repunched mint mark. This coin sold for $21 at auction. It did sell years ago, so I would imagine it would sell for a little more nowadays. But yeah, that's exactly what you want to look for on the D mint mark 1958 wheat penny. Now this next wheat penny looks pretty normal on the obverse of the coin, but as we flip it over, it's completely missing the reverse design because we have a split planchet. So you can kind of see the outline of Lincoln's profile there. This coin ended up selling for $77 at auction. It only weighs 1.5 grams, and these pennies in 1958 are typically around 3.1 grams, mostly copper pennies. And they're worth at least 3 cents a piece just in copper value, so you always want to hold on to them. Next up is a 1958 penny that has been cleaned. Do not clean your coins. Do not polish your coins. It will take away a tremendous amount of value away from them. This coin has been struck through here on the obverse of the coin. You can kind of see where it's all distorted there on the obverse of the coin. Pretty obvious error in my opinion, but had this coin not been cleaned, it could have sold for a lot more money. In this condition, the coin sold for $47. So if you guys want that $15 Whatnot credit, guys, feel free to hit the link in the comments below. Download the Whatnot app through my link, guys. Get that $15 off any item from any seller on the Whatnot app. And don't forget to hit the other link as well for all the coin collecting supplies. Also, I do have all my coin mats, coin books, and all that stuff available on the Whatnot app for you guys to purchase over there. So you guys can get $15 off a coin mat, coin book, however you guys want to do it. It is available as long as you use my personal link in the YouTube chat or the Facebook chat. And don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Feel free to check out the videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.